Oh my god, welcome back to the English heat wave. Oh my god, hope everybody's enjoying the heat. When was the last time anybody had a decent night's sleep? So yes, it's hot, very hot, ridiculously hot, stupidly hot. I've had enough of it being hot. Tomorrow's set to be about 20 degrees cooler than today, which is unbelievable, thank god. So as you know, last week I treated for flukes. I did Learnex Pro. Learnex Pro? Yeah, Learnex Pro treatment, and 4 days after that I've now put my second dose in. I've done another full dose at the full rate, as it were. I'm still bypassing the drum and the UV is off. The water is disgusting. It's going green, there's algae everywhere. The fish don't seem too bothered. And since we're talking temperatures and it being ridiculously hot, current pond temperature is just over 24 degrees, so it's not massively warmer than where I've normally at. I think partly in because the pond's shaded, so it's most of it isn't in direct sunlight, and obviously there's a lot of water to heat up anyway, 2,800 gallons. So I put the second treatment in today and I blended it up in the food blender, and it went down, it went a bit better. Still got a load of floating areas, and to combat the corners of the pond where all the foamy bits of the Learnex was, I put some air stones in again, plus it's really hot, just to give the fish a bit more oxygen. Not that they need it, 24 degrees for the pond isn't the end of the world, but more oxygen is not going to hurt. Feed is still off. I'm going to turn that back on probably tomorrow. Because they obviously just want to eat, because it's hot diddly diddly. So yeah, they're looking alright. Although Chubbs the Chag looks like she scraped herself down the side. I haven't seen her, in fact I haven't seen that much flicking and flashing until I put the second treatment of the Learnex in earlier today. They've actually been okay, but as we know, gill flukes, egg layers, and the eggs hatch a few days after, so that the actual live gill flukes could be dead, the eggs can survive the treatment, and then when they hatch you've got gill flukes again. So hence having at least 2 doses, maybe even 3, with a third part dose maybe in the next day or 2. I'm not sure yet, I'll see how I go. But yeah, they want food. Every time I go up to the pond, the poor creatures, I'm just holding back on the food purely because I'm bypassing the drum. I don't want all that extra poop going through into the bio, which there will be some anyway. Oh, a bit cooler in here. Cooler, not cool, because it's a joke. So yeah, my new bypass cover things have arrived. So I'll have I ordered 2 in case that one splits when I put it in. They're only a couple of quid each. So that's how the drum's looking. I'm probably going to have to give it a good old clean when we get going again. But I'll tell you what I have noticed. With the drum cleaning pump being off and the trickle in being off, or wherever you look, the trickle in goes over that. It's literally just tiny, it's just going over the top. My energy consumption yesterday was down, I want you to hope that, probably over a quid, 150, but that's interesting. I know obviously the high power pressure pump, the high pressure high power pump for this is pretty juicy. 550 watts. I don't know how often that goes on. Obviously that just goes on when the drum needs a clean, but with the UV off and the high power pump that's in the bin outside, which pumps to the drain, that not clearing as well, yes, saved me 150. I mean, imagine that would soon say add up over the course of a month. 150 a day, sort of 50 quid a month near enough. Interesting. Obviously the heater's not on. Huh. Not a chance. And these have been doing the business. A little bit escaping there, but I think that's blocked up now. Just to stop everything foaming over. When the shower's doing its shower thing. Let's see what this is at. 65%, 230 odd watts. So yeah. Oh, goodness me. Absolute jokes. I mean, people like me, I shouldn't be outside. Look at the colour of white. What a burn. So as I say, I expect my drum to go into meltdown when I turn that back on, clearing the water, but green water's not a bad thing in this kind of brightness and heat, just to give it a bit of protection. Let's see if we can get Chubbs's scrape on. Just looks like she's bashed the side of her body on something. Sort of make out. You can't see because the water's so shitty. Just there. Not worried about it. There's not sticking up. And when she came up earlier, I put my hand in and had a feel. The side of her, it's all smooth and nice. So it'll be from flicking and flashing at some point. I know. Another day. You can have some food tomorrow. Maybe the day after. Well, if I'm going to start feeding them, I'm going to have to put the bungs back in the drum, aren't I, really? But so yeah, that's where we're at. It's funny not being able to see them particularly easy from the house now, because the water's so green and horrible. But hey ho. She still looks a little bit mucusy, so I'm not going to go looking for anything. After I've done this treatment, I'm going to leave them. Just make sure my water's right. I'm going to leave them for as long as I can. Yes, Aggie. Because I think I could be treating a lot more than I am. I don't want to be doing that now. That's been pointed out a few times by a few people. Should just be feed now. Get some bodies on them. Get some food in them. And just let them crack on. Also, where's this wind come from? The wind as well is roasting, which is ridiculous. Hot wind, it's like being on holiday. Newark, it's not really a holiday destination, is it? Right, anyway, I'm going to go inside and finish my cold drink, and I'll catch you when I turn the feeder on and put my drum back together in the next day or two. Stay safe, keep cool, catch you soon, bye. Hello. Listen. Nothing. Why is there no sound? Because we have no power. Obviously the pond isn't working. Mrs. Koidaris was busy cooking dinner. That's only half done. And we got a power cut everywhere. We had about 5 or 6 mini power cuts, and now the power's been off for about 10 minutes. So joy. So, and because my pumps are off, now my water's hit the overflow, which means I've lost an inch or so of water, but that's not going to cause me any mega problems. It just means losing a bit more water than I would have liked in one hit, but hey ho. So God knows when it will come back on. Just thankful that it wasn't the other day when it was 8,006 degrees and everybody was melting, including the fish in the pond. So we're just waiting. It's weird. House alarms are going off. It's sort of here in the distance, just not that quiet really. Anyway, we've actually got to talk to each other now because no one can use the internet either. It's like old times. Right, catch you later. When hopefully we'll have power. Well, it's not 8:30. Hold on a minute, that's when I took the picture. 7:30, and we're back on. Thank the Lord. Thank goodness. So about 40 minutes. Everything's working. Trickling is on. Yeah. Well, I'm still running through the bypass anyway on the drum, so I'm going to put them back in tomorrow. Can't remember whether I said the other day. The trickling is on slightly faster than normal. Don't ask me what it's at, it's just at whatever I thought looked good. Hopefully now that's it. It's a tense 40 minutes because what do you do with no power and no internet? Because we live our lives on the internet, don't we? Anyway, so dinner got abandoned because it got ruined. Someone's doing a Mackey's run. Joys. Anyway, catch you later. I'm going to take the extra air pump off today. Also, hello, by the way. This is a noise I've not heard for a while. Heater's on. Which means the pond has dropped below 23 degrees, possibly. Oh my god, 21.5. It's practically winter. I'm going to have to get a jacket and a hat, gloves, scarf. So whilst we were all moaning how hot it was, because it was ridiculously hot, we're now into the realms of, to keep a temperature at the minute. I think next couple of weeks, I've just looked locally for us, next couple of weeks around sort of early 20 temperature, maybe even dropping a bit below on a few odd days. So yes, it's winter, I'm freezing. Anyway, so I'm going to get rid of that extra air pump, I don't need that on anymore. Hopefully the treatment's done its job. The Fluke treatment, that is. I am going to also put the bungs back in the drum and get my UV on, and then later on today, I don't know if you've been moaning yesterday because I was on the Koi Zone live thing about my windows here being a mess. I'm going to give them a clean tonight. I always like to do it in the evening. Hopefully the next day or two the water should be clear. Get a bit of a better look at the fish. So that's what I'm getting on with, and I'm going to answer another phone call. Not that I've had about a million today already. You've got to love working. I love their customer. They can wait. So yeah, that's the plan. I don't need this on. As I say, 21 degrees now. It'll be fine. But I've missed seeing the fish from the house because the water's manky and horrible. Yeah, and the window is green. Awful. Right. Let's get some things done. Catch you in a bit. That didn't quite work, did it? Ah! I think I need to reevaluate what I'm doing right now because I'm getting soaking. And somehow I'm losing a load of water down there. Let me turn this off and pause that. I don't know what's going on here. Not good. Let me take one of these out. I think purely just because there's so much junk in the drum, it can't clean quick enough. I can see an absolute boatload of rubbish there. Let's try again. I'm going to get wet again. Right. This is not going to plan. I'll be back in a minute. I think I found the problem. It's not really a problem. It's an issue. Because the drum's been off for quite a while now, well, not quite a while, what's it, been about a week. Just the amount of junk that's in here and has pretty much blocked the screen, so I'm not getting enough water through the screen to then fill the clean side of the drum. So I got me jet wash. I'm just giving it a blast on the screen, and yeah, there's an absolute ton of muck coming out off the screen with this, so I'm gonna have to jet it out and then have a squish on the inside from the other end, from that end in, just to clear everything out of the drum, and then hopefully we'll be good to go. But we don't know because it's a problem. We love problems. If it was easy, I just literally, honestly, I thought I'm just going to turn the switch on, the drum's going to go a bit mad for maybe an hour or so, but that's probably not quite going to be the case, is it? So I'm going to have to keep an eye on it today, just to make sure. In fact, I might turn my shower down. Yeah, I'm going to turn the shower down, not the bio, because that's going through the heater, which is what was on until I started doing all this. I'm going to turn the shower down so I'm not pulling too much through the drum, to give it a chance to, for probably 24 hours, just to clear all the junk that is in the pond and the suspended algae and all that stuff, which is blocking the screen near enough instantly because there's a lot of it. So there we go, that's the issue, and we'll get it sorted. It's just a bit messy. I just thought literally I'm going to come out, switch a switch and go back inside because it's cold, but no. Right, I'll see you in a bit when I'm done. So, haha! Doesn't rain, it pours, and it is raining. So, I lost a bit of water because the drum is set slightly below the water level anyway, but when I turned everything on and the screen blocked, everything was just going out to waste. So I've lost 1.5 inches, 2 inches of water. Not good. So I've turned my trickle in up. Not a lot I can do about if there's chlorine getting through. I'll deal with that tomorrow. So I've turned my trickle in up to fill the pond to its required level. But now what's happening, so I've jetted the drum screen out as you saw, but now what's happening, because the water is so filthy, the drum is cleaning literally every, oh, good knows, minute or so. So there's the probe there. Well, there's 3 probes, the shortest one there. I could move the probe down actually, but I'm not going to. So the water level's back over the probe, but Obviously the screen's getting blocked quick, and it's cleaning again because obviously the water level is dropped. So that's now using more pond water. And I've been out here, oh you can't see, but I've been out doing this 15-20 minutes or so, and honestly it's gone off a million times. So I'm going to be using quite a lot of pond water. So to combat it, so I can let the pond fill up a bit with fresh water and not completely kill the drum, I've turned my bio down, which I said I didn't want to do, but I have had to do. In fact, let's start this side. So I've turned my shower down to the lowest setting it will go on, which is 30%. There we go. And I've turned the bio bed down. That's as low as that will go as well. Is that 25%, 30 watts? Power 25, yeah, 25 watts, 30%. That's the lowest that they'll go. The other option would be to turn the shower off for maybe a couple of hours. Don't really want to have to do that, but needs, maybe must. Because the drum's cleaning so much, obviously it's using a lot of water, and it's going to take a while to replace that water. So, hopefully that makes sense. But it's not taking long for the drum screen to block. There we go, look. It's literally 30 seconds or so. Because what will eventually happen is the drum will clean. There won't be enough water level in the pond to cover the probe. So there won't be enough water level in the pond to cover the probe, so the pump will do a clean cycle and it won't reset, and it'll just run then the drum will run dry. But oh well, it's my own fault, isn't it? No one to blame but me. So I'm going to keep an eye on it. As I say, I'm probably going to have to turn the shower off because I'm flowing too much water through the drum and it can't keep up. 1 second, 1 minute. And it can't keep up, and obviously using pond water to clean the drum is going to leave me with not much water in the pond. Oh, the joys. So I'm going to have fun and games for the next, I don't know, 24 hours, maybe a bit more. There we go, drum again. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to turn the shower off just to let the pond catch up the fresh water, just to let the pond catch up with some fresh water going in to top it up. So I'm trying to work out roughly how much. So that at 30%, that's say 8,000 litres an hour going over that. That's at 25 or 30% as well. I don't know, probably 11 or 12,000 litres an hour, which is obviously far too much for the drum to cope with at the water level we have. Hey ho. Right, I'm going to turn the shower off. You can see how long it takes for the... Hopefully that'll give me a bit more water in the clean side. Yeah, it's not dropping anywhere near as fast now. Goodness gracious, what a palaver. Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. Look, that's enough now. Goodness gracious me. What a klutz. Right, so yeah, I need the pond water to fill up a bit more. It's still going to go mad, obviously, because the water is minging. It's going to obviously pull out all these particles that are in the water, algae stuff. I'm going to turn my UV on as well. That will hopefully clear any extra biofilm that I've missed off the screen by jetting it. Sorry, I put something on the screen there. So yeah, don't really know what's going on with them. Well, I can see the fish, but they're probably wondering what the hell I'm getting on with and why the water's dropping. And the overflow bin is going to be working overtime. Joys. I'll be honest, I didn't think I was going to have an issue. I just thought I'm going to turn it on. It will run the however many cleans it needs to run to polish the water off, and then we'd be good to go sort of half an hour later. But how wrong was I? As always. Well, I can probably turn that up a little bit. Right, I'll come back later when hopefully I have a bit more water in the pond. See you in a bit. And breathe, we're getting there. As you saw though, the muck that the drum is now getting out of the water is yeah, there's quite a lot of it, and it's disgusting. It's brown, it's horrible. I can already see a marked difference. It's been, I don't know, hour and a half. There's already a massive difference with the water. So, and we're getting topped up. I'm using the skimmer as a bit of a guide. So it's been a bit of a long evening because I've been running out and checking to make sure that I'm not the drum isn't running dry. So I've been in and out a few times just to double check. And because, as I said earlier, when we put the drum in to allow a little bit more flow, the drum waste chute is actually about 10 mil below water level. So I'm at, if you look at the drum now, it's near enough at the waste chute level. So I've just been keeping an eye on that, and I might need to just up the flow in a bit, because obviously I don't want water just cascading over the chute and going away into waste. I want it back in the pond. I'll worry about these things, me foamer pipes, tomorrow. Oh, and I'll probably get the shower on now. Actually, now we're at that kind of level, the shower will probably help keep that level a bit lower, because the shower will be pushing more water. So I might actually then need to slow the flow down on this, but I'll have a play around with that in a bit. Gonna have some dinner in a bit. So yeah, a bit of a nightmare. Bought on by yours truly. Well done, idiots. Hey, what am I doing? Right, anyway, that's the end of the video this week. Thanks. If you've managed to get to the end of this video, you deserve a medal. But thanks for watching. I'll catch you next week when hopefully all things will be returned to normal here. My water will be good, the fish will be smashing the food, and drum will be good, shower will be on. Just normal stuff. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye.